Kayla, take one.
Hi, my name is Kayla Export. I am South African but of Greek heritage, which naturally means I'm the loudest and most energetic person in any room.
The most loudest and energetic.
Yeah.
So Kayla, who are you when no one's watching?
When no one's watching, I talk to myself a lot. I'm always playing little characters and, I'm always just thinking so many things in my head. And I think sometimes I chose on my face and I go through all these stories. Just a lot of energy, a lot of thoughts, very busy. I don't think I can sit still for a very long period of time. But I think also what I am when I'm myself is very similar to who I am around others. I think I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't know how to be anyone else.
So with that bubbling of energy and thoughts going through your head all the time, what helps you quiet that?
Honestly, I think getting out of the city. I have to get out into nature at least once a month for a while. I just need to find things that allow me to be completely present in any given moment. So if I can't go out in nature, then I find moving my body is a saving grace. I have to move my body every single day, whether it be rock climbing, dancing, yoga. I have a lot of different hobbies around moving my body because I think it keeps me sane. I think it's those moments where you're in such a flow state that you can't help but think of nothing else but what you're doing in that exact moment. So, yeah.
And what's something about you that doesn't match how you look?
Something about me that doesn't match me. That's a difficult question. I think how I dress and how I come across is very easygoing and nonchalant and go with the flow. And I'm actually a bit the opposite of that. I try to be go with the flow, but in reality, I'm more when is the flow? What time is the flow? Who are we flowing with? So I tend to plan a lot and think a lot about future events, and I'm trying to be less like that.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned about yourself this year?
Biggest lesson. It wasn't necessarily about myself, but I think a lesson that I learned that has changed how I tackle life is to do things scared. And it sounds like such a simple thing, but I learned this while climbing. I was about to do this climb, and I looked to my belay, who's also a good friend of mine, and I said to her, listen, I'm scared. And without a second thought, she looked at me and just said, okay, just do it scared. And it was such a profound moment for me because I think we often feel as though if we're scared of something, it means that we shouldn't do it. Something's telling us that we should not do that thing. And in reality, I think the most beautiful things in life come through doing something you're afraid to do. And I think I've definitely done that and learned to trust myself a bit more as well. So, yeah.
Can you, I mean, if there is something that you can think of, what's the biggest, scariest, riskiest thing that you've done lately that actually paid off, where you probably wouldn't have done it previously?
I think, honestly, it was getting more into acting, more into TV and film work. It's been a huge passion of mine ever since I was a child. I remember spending hours in the mirror, pulling faces. I always try to make myself cry because in my mind, if I could cry on demand, then I can be an actor. But I never really got full professional experience. So I think there was a lot of doubt for me. And I really just trusted myself and I stepped into that space. And it's been going really well. And I'm also grateful for the people that I've met along the way that has helped me build that confidence. And yeah.
So, what season of life are you in right now? How would you describe the season?
I think this is actually something that I've come to terms with very recently. And it was that I think up to this point, I kept trying to figure out what kind of box or niche do I fit in? You know, where do I belong? And I like to think of it as like wearing different suits. And, you know, a lot of people I find they fit in a certain box, they like certain things, and I can never fit into those boxes. And I think most recently I've come to terms that I don't have to. And that if I want to play dress up and I want to wear a different suit every day, that's perfectly fine. And the people that know me and love and care for me will accept me in all my colors. And I think that's something I've come to terms with, and I'm actually proud to have. So.
And then lastly, if you had to close your eyes and imagine where you'd be in 5 years' time, whether it be in your career or in your life, where do you see yourself?
Honestly, it's not something that I can see, but it's something that I can feel. And it's this feeling when like you take a deep breath in and your heart just opens and you're like, wow, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. And I think for me, it's not about what I'm doing or where I am, but rather having that feeling and knowing this is what I want to be doing right now. And I'm grateful for trusting myself, following my heart, and just going for it. So.